Hello everyone, welcome to Playwright. Today we are going to install Playwright and what are the prerequisite tools which are required to install Playwright. You require Visual Studio and .NET 9 version or 8 version is also fine. So here I am using a console C# application. Why we are using console C# application? Because console apps are perfect for learning concepts before converting them into a framework. So prerequisite is Visual Studio need to be installed. Then you will click on project. Once you click on project, select the console app, click on next. Here you need to give the project name. I am giving ATSser Playwright. Once this is provided, click on next. You need to select the framework, as I said, .NET 9 or .NET 8. So I am selecting .NET 9.0. Once the project is selected, if you see, we have a console project which will run, but we need to install Microsoft Playwright. So from NuGet package manager, you need to search Playwright, and select Microsoft Playwright install. So it will ask for you whether to apply all these installations, which will happen automatically. Click on apply. Once installation is completed, in solution folder under dependencies, you will see package. It is already installed. Another way is, if you see here, update button is disabled, uninstall is enabled. So I will close this package manager. Next step is we need to have the Playwright browsers which needs to install. So for that we need to have a command. So to run the command, we need to go to dev tools. Under dev tools, if you see, I am under this folder. You need to say what are the directories which are available. Enter dir, press enter. So under this folder, we need to run the Playwright script so that it will install Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit browsers or web drivers. So I will try to. Once you are under that folder, then you have this command PowerShell space hyphen execution policy bypass file dot slash bin /debug slash .NET 9.0 slash play playwright dot ps1 install. Before running this command, we need to build our solution. So once I clean the solution, next I build the solution. Once we build the solution, then we need to run this command. So I will press enter. It will download all the necessary required tools. It will take some time. So installation is completed. Now we can write our sample script, which will say whether a particular browser we are able to launch or not. So the sample script is, first we add a class. We add a class sample, or we will name as Cogmento demo. As this is our first application, then we will say Playwright demo, not Cogmento, as this is our Playwright introduction. Playwright demo. Once you add the class, you need to write the code. So first is including the namespace of Microsoft Playwright. Next is we need to create the engine. So how to create the engine? Let me first check. So here, if you see using where Playwright equal to write Playwright. So if you see, it is not able to check that. Once you add this particular namespace, then it will be working. So here, if you see, we should be in the and inside the class we should have a method. So first we will write a method. Task. Next is so what this will do is this will create the Playwright engine. Next is we need to say which browser I need to use. Here I am using Chromium browser. So I need to write Chromium browser launch setup code. So first we will say await playwright dot chromium. If you see chromium dot we will launch the application. So once this is done, you will need to enter semicolon. Inside this, you need to give the particular browser launch options. Browser type launch options. What type of browser launch options we require? First is headless mode on or off. So here I will say headless equal to false because we need to see the browser. So that's why I am saying giving false. Next is slow motion, which is it will try to means playwright application will be so fast that we will not be able to see. So that's why we will define the timer, how much time it should wait for the application to load, and we need to see playwright visible. So here I am defining 50. So here we will launch the Chrome browser in non-headless mode with a small delay so we can visually see the actions. Next is creating the browser context. New context sync. So next is we will need to create a page variable. So here context, what we are doing is it will give a clean browser session and page represents a single tab. Next is we need to open the Cogmento application. So for that, go to async. Here we need to provide the URL of that particular application, which is Cogmento. So let me write it. So here we navigate to the Cogmento CRM application. Next, I will try to print the title of that particular page. We are opening Cogmento application login page. We will print the title. So for printing the title, I will use console.writeLine. Console.writeLine title. Here, if you see, we are trying to print the page title. Next is to stop the execution. We will say console.read key. It will wait to close the application. Next, we will close the browser. So this is the sample code where we are first trying to create the Playwright engine. Next, open the Chromium browser. We are launching the application. Once we launch the application, we are printing the title and closing the browser. This is a sample script. So this is our class file. We need to call it in program.cs file. Here we will remove internal so that it will be accessible by program class. So here we need to include using Microsoft or Playwright using system. Next is include the namespace. Same namespace we should be given. Need to define the program.cs files public class. It will be default public. So we need to define this particular class name as program. Since our program.cs file class name and file name will be same. So next is define the main method. This is our main method. Here we will try to call our program. If you see program.new program. So since our class name is playwright demo, we'll call playwright demo. So always variable should be small case starting with. Once you have this particular object created, you need to call that method. Playwright demo dot run async method. So what we are doing, we are creating an object for this particular class and calling this method. So once I run, it will be opening a browser, launching Cogmento UI app, and printing the title. So let me run this sample, then you will have better understanding. So I will explain in detail what this particular Playwright engine is doing, what this Chromium code is doing. So in detail, I will explain in the coming classes. As of now, we are just running a sample file, which will open Chrome browser using Playwright. If you see, Cogmento login page is open and title is free CRM. So if I press enter, application will be closed. So we have seen our sample Playwright demo first application where we launched Chrome browser, navigated to Cogmento UI, and then we printed the title. Thank you.